Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good day today. I hope you enjoyed your Monday. This is your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, February 19th, 2019. I'm going to go ahead and get started. As usual, I'll be reading your overall energy. This is the energy that is going to guide the rest of the reading and kind of help us understand what the other cards are about. But it also is just kind of the overall general energy of the day. Speaking of general, these readings are general. If you'd like something a little bit more personal, please click the links in the description. There is a way to book your own reading. Also, you can find me on Facebook. Come say hi. Let's get to know each other. If you're my friend, there is a huge chance I'll give you a free reading or a reading in exchange for food or something if you're in New York. Okay? Because I largely do this for the learning experience. I do this so that, I feel like I'm giving a service. I feel like I'm helping people. I feel like this is kind of something that deity or goddess wants me to do, that I think can really benefit a lot of people as well as benefit myself in a way. So I don't necessarily do this for the money. That's just, we live in a world where that's something that I have to consider. I am putting, hours and hours and hours, either every day or every week, into these tarot readings, into reading for other people. So finding a way to supplement it allows me to justify the time I'm spending doing this versus time I'm spending doing things that, help me make rent and help me buy food and help me take care of my cat, and, enjoy life. So I don't do this for money, but if you do want to purchase a reading, that is a possibility to you, okay? So there's a link in the description for that. If you want to just keep watching these free ones, click like and subscribe so that you can be updated whenever these videos are uploaded, because I don't always have the time to paste them or post them on Facebook or any other social media. So sometimes it'll only be on YouTube, okay? So let's get started. What is your overall energy for Tuesday, February 19th, 2019? For whoever this reading is meant for, whoever is here for these messages, who is brought here from wherever by their higher selves, through my higher self, what is our overall message for this day, Tuesday, February 19th, 2019. What is the overall guiding energy for whoever this message is meant for Tuesday, February 19th, 2019? Please and thank you. And I just say thank you to our higher selves, to deity, to our angels, whatever beings it is that you think brought you here, whether you think any did. I believe that they're beings beyond us, and I just like to say thank you to them for allowing us to share these messages. And your card is receiving, but I also, so this card was just kind of struggling just now to get in my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and pull both of them. So you got receiving, and then you got dream, a beautiful dream, okay? So I do think this message is to not only allow yourself to be open to whatever healing the universe has, but I think whoever you are, you do have something that you want to do in your life that you haven't quite giving yourself the freedom or the permission to pursue. And this is a message for you to just, like, if you're feeling inspired, if you're feeling like there's something that you can do that might change your life, that might bring more fulfillment to you, more joy to you, if you feel like there's anything out there that you've just been dreaming of doing, this is your message that energy, that feeling, those dreams, those hopes, they're coming from somewhere beyond, somewhere that wants to bring you healing, somewhere or someone, if you believe that, people who've passed on are reaching out, like I said, whatever you believe in, the universe, the world, it wants you to know that, this dream that you're having, it's been given to you. It's not just some random off the cuff idea. It's not something that you just came up with like yesterday. This is probably something that's been eating at you, or something that's just been in the back of your mind. You're at work and you're like, oh, I could do this. Or you're really good at something and all your friends are like, why don't you start a business? This is something that the universe has been trying to get through to you, okay? So it's telling you to allow yourself to have those hopes, to have those dreams. Give yourself the permission to pursue those things, and to just accept the messages that are coming to you, accept this energy and these dreams and these hopes that are coming to you, because there is something beautiful waiting for you, okay? And then, of course, we have the 2 and the 7, which I personally have been seeing a ton lately. And I do know that has to do with, pursuing these dreams, pursuing these goals. Cat hair in my hair. Of course I do. It's just like a message to kind of get back in alignment with who you are, because at some point you might have gotten off the track. And then we have the 1 and the 9, which is again a message of alignment, but it also is saying that, you're this close to a breakthrough. So, don't let yourself just kind of give up just yet, okay? Let's see what your aspirational energy is. This can probably help us see just a little bit more about what those overall energies are trying to tell you. But more, it tells us, what you can hope for, what you can work towards if you're able to achieve a little bit of peace, if you're able to overcome your challenges. So what is your aspirational energy for Tuesday, February 19th, 2019? What can you hope for or aspire towards if you're able to overcome your challenges for this day? What is your aspirational energy for this day, Tuesday, February 19th, 2019? Please and thank you. Two of Wands, okay? So here we have a choice. That was really awkward. I probably could have just done that with the other hand. But here we have a choice that you're going to be faced with today. It could be, something having to do with this dream that you're dreaming of. In fact, it probably is, because the choice is which path to take. Are you going to take the hard route? Are you going to keep going, on the way that you're going, on whatever path you're on, even if it's like troublesome, it might be like comfortable, it might be something that seems like the prudent, easy path, and no one's telling you, that it's wrong to pursue something that's prudent, but just, be aware of whether you're taking the easy way out, even though the easy way might be boring, it might suck, it might not feel great, but it doesn't take risk, it doesn't take vulnerability, it doesn't take stepping out of yourself, and it definitely doesn't require you to, constantly reassess yourself and to adapt. It's just the easy path. So really consider whether that's what you're doing, or whether, you want to do something a little bit more challenging for yourself, something that leads to you feeling fulfilled, because I know a lot of people who just kind of hate their jobs or kind of hate where they are in their life, but they don't really do much to change that, and they are also faced with this same kind of choice. And I do think, because this is in your aspirational position, whatever the choice you have to make, it's not going to be something that ruins your life entirely. Like, it might change your life some, but whatever path you take, I think this is a message to stand in that path. And I also think, this is a message that whether you do the easy route, whether you take the hard route to climb the mountain, you are going to find some new knowledge. You're going to find a new understanding, and you're going to be on a path that you've committed to. Okay? So it's not necessarily like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the aspirational energy can be very super optimistic, but that's not really the purpose of it. The purpose is just telling you kind of what you can work towards and where you want to be, if you're able to overcome the challenges that you're dealing with. And where you do want to be is in a position where you can try to make the right choice and stick to that choice. Okay? So let's see what is challenging you on the physical level. This could be concerning your job, concerning your finances, concerning your physical health. It can be concerning your relationships, your home life, whoa, what was that? We got a jumper. So the Eight of Swords jumped out here, and that was really aggressive. So I'm gonna stick with that one. Um, the Eight of Swords message is that, you're kind of keeping yourself in a place that isn't positive, isn't serving you. I'm gonna pull one more card just because I do that. You got the Tower, right? So, like I said, you're kind of in this place where you are either mentally keeping yourself locked down, or you're making bad choices, you're sabotaging yourself. You are doing a lot of things that just are making your life a lot harder than it needs to be. And it's like disaster after disaster after disaster, stress, stress, stress. You're not pursuing what you love. You don't feel like you're comfortable in your life, and you want to pursue something, but there is a part of you that's really afraid. And I do think that there's a lot of self-sabotage energy that you're facing today. There's a lot of just damaging mindsets that you're dealing with. And because this is in your physical position, I think it does have to do with your life path, with your choices, with how, you how you deal with the things that aren't working out, and how you view future possibilities. Okay, so you're kind of in this mindset of nothing's going to get better, or nothing's possible, or like greatness is impossible. Like in your head, you're just like, people who quit their jobs to pursue art. They are so dumb. That's how you feel. You don't believe that it's a possibility. You don't believe that anybody gets any kind of success without like 30 years of work, in the same job, 9 to 5 every day, without some kind of misery. You don't believe that the idea of pursuing something that fulfills you, can be beneficial to society. Like you're kind of in that mindset where it's just like you would rather stick with a job you hate because you don't believe in any other possibilities. That's really sad. Let's see what we can do to try to overcome this particular challenge. What can we do to overcome this kind of mindset that there's no way to find greatness on your own without like someone guiding you, or without like a job that you hate, or without having to do a bunch of stuff that you don't like, um, for half your life, or oh, longer, like 3/4 of your life you spend doing things that you don't like because that's the way you think, um, you can achieve something. So let's see, what you can do to overcome this kind of mindset, because what's happening is you're being held back. Like everything does seem to be falling apart around you. With that Tower and that Eight of Swords together, it's telling me that your life is not the most pleasing life. It's not even, you're not very comfortable. You're not very happy. You're probably angry a lot. You're probably finding that you're jealous of a lot of people, that you're envious of your friends if they're getting success. You're just going through a lot, and this is a lot of negative mindsets, a lot of negative thought cycles. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, about just everything, about the possibilities for success, about changing your life, about getting a new job, about how, your life sucks right now, and like how it sucked for the last 10 years. That's all you're focusing on. So what can you do to overcome this very very just dark kind of energy, very negative, pessimistic, that's the word, very pessimistic energy that you're suffering with, that you're living with, and you've probably been dealing with for some time now? What can you do to overcome this doom mindset, this woe is me, this life generally sucks and it's not really going to get better, and everybody who thinks it's going to get better is just living in some kind of privileged bubble, and they don't understand what it means to suffer? Like, that's kind of how you're feeling. And like, let's see what you can do to deal with that. I'm going to withhold my personal opinions, my personal stories. Maybe one day I'll do a video for you guys for why I believe some of the things I believe. So what can you do, whoever you are, whoever this reading is meant for, How can you overcome your challenge on the physical level for today, for Tuesday, February 19th, 2019? What can you do to overcome your challenge on the earthly physical level? This negative, pessimistic mindset about your circumstances and about the possibilities for your circumstances. How can you overcome this challenge? What you gonna do? So you have the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands, okay? So you've been getting so much wand energy that I think the message is that it is time to take action. We're just halfway through the reading, but you know what? Where you are right now is not where you need to be. Like I said, let yourself be open to this possible dream because you're not right now. You're very much in suffering, and that's something you got to let go. You have to let go of this negative mindset. You have to let go of these false beliefs, these beliefs that there's only one way to success, that there's only one way to feel good, that there's only one way to improve your life, because there are a million ways and you're going to find your way, but you do have to take action, okay? You kind of have to let your guard down a little bit because, like you said, you're probably in this position where every time someone says, like, they give you options or they try to help you find a way to improve things, you're very quick to dismiss it. You're very quick to say that, it's not going to work for me. I've tried this and I've tried that and I tried it that way once before and it didn't work, so it's never going to work. You're very quick to just kind of throw away all of those possibilities, all those options. But I think it's time for you to let your guard down a little bit and be open to receiving these things, be open to receiving these ideas. Because with this Queen of Wands energy, we have someone who is not, who is beyond prepared, someone who is ready to face what she needs to face, someone who is, passionate, someone who is, not necessarily as direct as a knight, not necessarily single-minded, like the queen is a very wise figure. She's someone who really considers what she's going after, but she doesn't show, she's not as aggressive about it, okay? So she's ready to be aggressive if she needs to. The way she's holding her staff, it's, to me, it's like it's kind of at rest. If you know, like, military terms, at rest is when you're still physically ready to act if you absolutely need to, but you are also in a position that you're not putting out aggressive energy. You're still kind of, you're standing back, your hands in military, your hands are behind your back, your feet are flat on the floor, and you're standing at rest. But if you're told to engage, it only takes a second. It only takes her a second to kind of lift that wand and hit you in the head. It's, she's not she's not guarded entirely, but she is prepared for whatever may come. So I do think that, you need to have, kind of try to embrace that wise energy, that energy of being able to face what is coming, and, being ready to deflect it, or like push through it, or direct your energy more harshly if you need to, but also being open enough that you are malleable, that you're changeable, and that you're ready to kind of make a bit of a shift in your life, so that, you're like, oh, what's a substance? I don't know substances, but I'm thinking of like a substance that is hard when it is still, but if like pressed, it will sink in, memory foam? I don't know. But it's just that kind of, that energy that is like ready to be tough when you need to be, but malleable and receptive and changeable when you choose to be. And I do think once you let go of whatever it is that's giving you this kind of pessimistic mindset, once you let go of that pessimistic mindset, once you let go of this self-sabotage behavior that you've been engaging in, and I think you have been absolutely engaging in self-sabotage, be honest with yourself. Once you let that go, you will be able to kind of move to a brighter kind of mindset, and then you'll be a lot more prepared and a lot more capable of embracing this Queen of Wands energy. But even before you let that go, or as you let that go, as you let go of that pessimism, really try to embrace that Queen of Wands energy. Really try to bring in that kind of, I am ready to face changes, and I am ready to deal with the hard stuff, if I have to, but I'm also not just assuming everything is going to be against me. I'm not assuming that everything I try is going to fail. I'm not assuming that the universe is trying to knock me down, because it's not, because I am capable of dealing with it, and I'm capable, of navigating the asteroid fields of crap that comes at us every day. I'm capable of moving through that, and finding, what inspires me, what sparks my passion, and what makes me able to feel more positive and more optimistic. Okay, so embrace that Queen of Wands energy, and just try to let go of that pessimistic, self-sabotaging behavior, self-sabotaging thought cycles, or whatever voices in your head are telling you that you can't get out of this prison, because this is a prison of your own making. Okay, so let's see what's going on under the surface. I know we did just get a lot of mindset information, but I do want to see, what's challenging you on the mental or spiritual or emotional level that may be leading to this kind of behavior and this kind of mindset. So what is it that's causing this pessimism, this Eight of Swords energy? What is your challenge today for whoever this is meant for? For Tuesday, February 19th, 2019. What is the challenge on the mental, emotional, spiritual level for whoever this reading is meant for? For for Tuesday, February 19th, 2019. Please and thank you. So you have the Ace of Coins, and because I've been doing this two card thing, I do want to pull out the next one. So you have the Ace of Coins and the Four of Wands. Interesting. So I think what you're dealing with, because this is in your challenge position, is a little bit of overwhelm with your history, your life. Possibly some issues with your mother, or a maternal sort of parenting figure that you've dealt with. It's possible that, they're, oh, that's really sad to think about, but it is possible that, they've spent a lot of time tearing you down, telling you how you're not good enough, telling you that you're not going to be successful, telling you that the only way to success is the way that they have laid out for you, whatever it is. It's just like they've put a lot of pressure on you. They've put it, especially on your head. And I smiled because it's just really cute. There are a lot of birds on her head, but yeah, they've just been putting a lot of negative thoughts in your head. Someone, I feel like it's a maternal figure. I feel like it's a parent figure. It could be your grandmother. It could be like your Aunt Ruth. It could also be someone else who just has a huge influence on you and has that huge kind of authority that you trust their words, but they've spent a lot of time not telling you the right things. They've been like just kind of whispering in your ear that you're not good enough, you're overweight, you're underweight, you're not pretty enough, you're too pretty, no one's going to take you seriously, you're not smart enough, you're too smart and it's annoying, you're whatever, just whatever it is that is your like insecurities. They have found a way to just press at them, to just press at your insecurities. And then we have this Four of Wands, and I think, you want to be away from that. You want to flee. And then we do have our 1 and our 4, which, for me means alignment, but because this is in your challenge position, there's a lack of alignment, there's a lack of stability. This could be, like I said, in your upbringing from your childhood, because there's this figure that just has been beating you down spiritually, like, and I do think it's an outside source, just because of how the birds are kind of landing on her and stuff, and then some are coming from, like, they're being birthed out of her. But it's like this cycle that you're dealing with, is like this person put all these thoughts in your head, and now whenever you fail, or whenever you even slightly mess up, whenever things don't go your way, or when things are going your way, even, there's this voice in your head that came from this person, that came from this source, that's just like, no, even if you're trying something, you're like, okay, I'm gonna start a business, then there's this voice in your head that's like, okay, you don't deserve to start a business, you don't deserve to do that. Who do you think you are? You're not smart enough to run a whole business. You don't have the energy to run a whole business. You have nothing. And like, this voice just, it's very abusive, it's very harsh, it's very unkind. And you really want to get away from it. You really want to find a way to be safe, to be stable, to be somewhere where you feel comfortable and loved and positive. But right now, you're still feeling the effects of this. So this is something, I think, that's been eating at you for a while. Whoever you are out there, this is something that you've been experiencing for a long time. And you're at this point where you're just like, your sense of self, your sense of stability, it's starting to break down a little bit. So let's see what you can do to overcome this challenge. How can you overcome this challenge? How can you overcome this kind of seed that's been planted, this sour lemon seed of negativity that was planted in you long, long ago? And this kind of, in this unstable mental place that you're in, this need to flee, this fear of everything, this fear of success, fear of failure, fear of disappointing someone else, fear of disappointing yourself, fear of being happy and then losing that happiness. Because, not just because, you're just randomly paranoid about it, but because someone made you feel that way. Someone put that in you. And that's just really sad, you guys. How can you overcome this challenge? For Tuesday, February 19th, 2019, on this spiritual, emotional, mental level, how can you overcome this challenge so that you may overcome your physical challenge, so that you may come to your crossroads, so that you may be open to receiving the dream and ideas? Silence. Yay. So how can you overcome your challenge, whoever this reading is meant for, on the mental, spiritual, and emotional level for Tuesday, February 19th, 2019? Please and thank you. You have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Wow. And I always say wow because when cards come out in order, the way I shuffle, I pre-shuffle my cards in a way that makes it so that no cards of the same suit are touching each other before I start shuffling the deck the way I do it in the videos. So when they do come out like this, I always think, it has something to do with a progression depending on the order they come out in. It could be going forward or going backwards. Here we've got you going forward from page to knight in the same suit. So I do think that what's happening with you right now is like a mental mindset issue, which that makes a lot of sense. But as you're overcoming cards, I think right now you are feeling a lot of kind of sadness, and what you really want is peace. What you really want is to be free. With the Page of Swords, I think the message here is to really be open to trying something different. Even if it's something you've tried before, it's probably not something you've spent time doing, meaning you probably tried it for like a day or 3 days and then you just gave up. Spend a little bit more time learning about whatever new thing you want to do, whatever new meditation techniques to help heal these issues. If you are seeking therapy, then, I always think that that's just a really good step to take. I think even if you are not going through something like this, it's a good idea to get therapy every now and then, just to kind of check in. But really start to prepare yourself for the changes that are going to come with finding mental stability, with finding mental help, um, and with breaking away from the situation that you found yourself in. Okay, really start to like learn everything you can about getting out of this situation. Find out anything you can that will, even in the slightest, help change your situation for the better. Okay, and then really start, like, you don't have to immediately jump into these changes, but once, or actually, so with the Page of Swords by himself, I would say you don't really have to immediately jump into these changes. But once you learn what you need to do, once you figure out how to do these things, once you feel satisfied in your knowledge, secure in your understanding of the path you're choosing to take, then take it, okay? Go after it, move forward, be as positive and optimistic as you can, and move towards those goals. Create goals that are going to put light in your heart, that when you think about them, they make you feel positive. They make you feel like, yes, that's what I want to do, that's what I want to pursue. And you know what, don't worry about whether or not it's the right thing to pursue. Don't worry about whether or not you're doing the thing that you're going to spend your whole life doing, because there's a giant chance you're not. There's things change all the time. I went to college for biochemistry, and then I switched really quick, really a huge switch to art, and then I went and studied acting, okay? Because I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. I wanted to be a biochemist, then a neurosurgeon, then I wanted to paint, and then I wanted to act, and now I'm writing. And I've always written. I've always, like, my whole life, even through all these other things, written. And it's taken me almost 30 years to realize that writing as a career is not only possible, but it is something that I could literally see myself doing for the rest of my life, and still doing a million other things. So really try not to worry so much about whether the direction you're taking is going to be your lifelong path, and spend more time thinking about whether it's going to make you feel fulfilled, and whether it's going to lead you to something that could change your life, whether it's going to bring more light into your life, more light into your experiences, as you grow. And if you're going to be able to spend, the next year doing it, the next 5 years, 10 years, you don't know, but you do know that it's something that you'd be willing to do that for. It's something that you'd enjoy, that you love, that you feel good about. And it's something that you're, again, secure in your knowledge about, that you've taken the time to learn about and understand. And I think in this case, I think it's all about, finding your own spiritual truth, finding your own power, and breaking away, learning how to break away from this negative energy, this person or voice from your past that's still telling you that you're wrong, and that you're bad, and that you suck. Okay, learn to break away from that. Do whatever it takes to do that. The cards aren't going to necessarily tell you exactly how to do that. That could be, especially because this is general, but that could be therapy. That could be joining a yoga class. That could be taking up meditation. You could do all of those things and a million more. Whatever it is that suits you, take some time to learn about it, and really pick up this new path, and really go for it. Really try it. Don't give it up after just a few days. In fact, try it for 3 months and then reevaluate. Try it for 6 months and then reevaluate. Quarterly reevaluations to see, where you are, and how it's helped you or hindered you, what it's changed in your life, if it's changed anything. Take some time. This is something that you're not going to be able to overcome every day, but it is something that you can start, or not overcome today, and it is going to be something that you can start to work towards overcoming today. Okay? Best of luck to you on that. Let's see what your energy is as we end this day. How are you going to close out this Tuesday, February 19th, 2019? What is your energy as you end this Tuesday, as you close this Tuesday, February 19th, 2019? For whoever this reading is meant for, what is your end of day energy? How you gonna be? That wasn't a card that jumped out. It was just my hands being weird. They're tiny and they don't shuffle very well, which is why I do the thing beforehand. So how are you going to close this day, my friends? So you have the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and in your aspirational energy, you have the Two of Wands, right? So there is the risk, because this did kind of jump out, the Seven of Wands. So there is a risk that this change that you are pursuing, whatever it is that you're learning about, being able to let go of this negative, this thing that you're dealing with, people aren't going to like that. Especially whoever it is that's been telling you that you suck, they like that you're down. They want to keep you in that place. They want to keep you feeling like you can't do more than you can. They want to keep you feeling like everything's going to fall apart, like trying is useless, it's worthless, you're worthless. That's what they want from you. This is a message to stand up for yourself. This is a message to say, you know what? You can come at me all you want. You can tell me I suck, but I don't. And I'm going to keep doing my thing. And you can just stand there and watch. In fact, you can actually just leave, okay? Stand up for what you believe. Stand up for yourself here. Stand up for your healing, because you deserve healing and you deserve this beautiful dream. Whatever it is, you deserve that, okay? And then you got these twos. We've got, how many twos have we had so far? We've got the 27 in the receiving, then we have the Two of Wands, then we have Two of Coins and Two of Cups. And you know, with these, it's all about getting balanced. It's all about, you know, making choices that are going to direct you on the right path. And that means letting go of the people and the mindsets and the thoughts that are hurting you. They're not even just not serving you, they are actively hurting you. You are actively hurting yourself with these mindsets, and it is time to move on, okay? You got this Two of Cups, all right? It is time for you to either speak to that person and say, you know what, I can do better, I am better, I'm not gonna stand for this anymore. And I also think that the Two of Cups always reminds me that you need to connect with your higher self, with your spirit self. Your earthly mind is so caught up in what's happening right now, and it's so caught up in all the failings and all the suckishness of the last who knows how long, and you are not spiritually connected anymore. Even if you're trying, even if you're going through the motions, especially if you're like a pagan person and you're doing like rituals and stuff, if you're not feeling it in your soul, it's not going to help you. Trust me. If you are not feeling it, if you are not 100% sure that you are connected to this, to the magic that we all possess, then you're not going to connect to it, okay? So I think it is time for you to really kind of get back into meditation, get back into your spiritual work, whatever it is, and then make the choice to move forward. Make the choice, okay? The whole message that I'm getting for you right now is that you have a choice to make. You can receive this beautiful dream. You can be open to these messages. You can be open to the possibilities of positivity. You can let yourself be a little bit more vulnerable and soft and less reject ideas less, reject options less, reject the possibilities less. You can let go of the things that aren't serving you, as well as the things that are hurting you, and take this time to learn what it's going to take to break away from these negative mindsets and from these people who are trying to hold you down, and these thoughts that you have that are holding you down and causing you to sabotage yourself. It's really, you make that choice and then you stick with that dang choice, okay? there's a mindset change coming for you. There's a spiritual and emotional change coming for you, but it is only going to manifest if you choose it. It is only going to happen if you say, I am open to receiving this change. I am open to receiving the light of the divine, the light of deity into my life, into my spirit, and bringing this change from within me. I am open to breaking away from all of those negative voices. I am open and choosing to move forward and let my dreams guide me. Let my soul and my spirit guide me. And once you're there, and especially because this is your end of day energy, okay? So these are things that I do think are something that you're thinking about already, but it's not something you've yet accomplished. But once you do, once you overcome those challenges, once you realize the possibilities, the blessings that are here for you. You got 3 2s in this reading, and that is just such a powerful, masterful kind of message. It is a message to pursue what works, pursue your spiritual goals, pursue your physical financial goals, you know. Step outside of the box that you've put yourself in. Step outside of the box that this other figure from like your childhood put you in or told you you belong in. You're in control, okay? You're no longer under their thumb. You no longer have to listen to their abuse. You don't have to take it, okay? And once you are able to overcome your challenges, you are going to have another choice to make on the path that you take for your life. And it's going to be concerning whatever this beautiful dream is, but you do have to be open to receiving it, and you do have to reconnect with who you are and reconnect with your spirit, and be open and communicate with whoever needs to be communicated with. And maybe this is just so much Gemini energy. Whoever you are out there, there's like tons of Gemini energy, and maybe a little bit of Aries energy in there, like some very spicy, fiery energy in there. But the choice is yours. Okay, it's all yours, and you gotta make it. You gotta stick with it. You gotta stand up for it, like that Seven of Wands says. All right. I believe in you, and I hope you do too. I hope you learn to. If you don't, have a beautiful, wonderful, and amazing night. I will see you tomorrow. Remember always that I love you. Bye.